I'm looking at a headline here from somebody you may know. Marxist Black Lives Matter co-founder bought 4 homes since 2016. Okay, these people are obviously grifting scumbags. We know that. How did they get that kind of money? Where did it come from?
It's a very interesting question, and it's one that Black Lives Matter activists are raising themselves. But the co-founder in question, Patrice concourse, says that she earned her money from her book deals, her best-selling books, and from a content deal she has with Warner Brothers. She says that that's the bulk of her income. She only earned, I believe, $120,000 directly from Black Lives Matter, and that, she says, was for various fees. She hasn't drawn a salary, apparently, for the last few years from that organization. So she says she has independent sources of income, and I don't think there's reason to doubt that. Of course, the movement's activists are quite suspicious, and they would like to see the books audited. They would like to see an independent investigation. That's what Hawk Newsom, the BLM leader in New York, is demanding. The broader question is, what is Black Lives Matter doing with all of the money it's raising for the cause? It took in something like $100 million last year, and apparently only spent some small proportion of that. And many of the individuals who motivated the Black Lives Matter protests, some of the iconic families of the victims, like Breonna Taylor and Michael Brown, those families, they're saying they haven't seen the money. And in fact, they're going further and saying that some of the local chapters of BLM are essentially scams. That's the term they use. So there are a lot of questions about how this money is being used. Now, Patrice concourse told an interviewer recently that BLM is not a charity, that people who are in need should go to the government and they should raise their voices for reparations for slavery. That's the right way to get money directly into the hands of people. BLM is about funding an organization, funding a movement. It's not about direct payments to people. However, that message didn't go over terribly well.
Some of this money has to be from corporations, right, Joe? Or do I have that wrong? Because I know there was a period of time I couldn't flip through the channels and watch a cooking show without getting blasted in the face with a Black Lives Matter commercial of some kind. It was everywhere.
Yes, that's correct. Corporations are donating to Black Lives Matter in a big way, and also wealthy individuals are doing so. The brand of Black Lives Matter is such that it is seen as a shield against wokeness. And of course, companies, executives are very interested in holding on to their own wealth. So they would like very much for Black Lives Matter to leave them alone. And so they pay them to go away and bother the government to redistribute everybody else's wealth. That's essentially the idea. However, it doesn't always work. Many of the companies that donated to Black Lives Matter still found themselves nonetheless as the targets of looting in recent riots. Foot Locker, I believe, Nike, other stores were looted in recent riots over officer-involved shootings in various parts of the country. So for the individual franchise owners or the individual locations, maybe not a winning strategy. It doesn't seem that the Black Lives Matter mobs, at least, those who come out to loot when the protest happens, it doesn't seem they care about a company's track record in terms of donating to the cause.
Hey, thanks so much for watching The First on YouTube. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe. You heard me. Like it, subscribe. You'll get a lot more of it and a lot more of me. Thanks.